and television services also coming up. The country's human rights, peace and security status was the subject of deliberation as the Interior Minister faced deputies at the National Assembly. A platinum jubilee lights up Armitage as ex-students celebrate 90 years of the school's existence. An international criminal court ruling condemned South Africa for its failure to arrest Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir some 2 years ago. Plus, Kenya's urban dwellers take up farming in small spaces with aid from a growing technology. Well, these and other stories coming ahead in the next 3 minutes. I am Fatu Janimbai. Hello and welcome to the news. Armitage's contribution to the Gambia's education system has been celebrated as the school clocks 90. Ex-students of the school, joined by others, sat to reflect on the journey thus far and the way forward. Isa Takeda is on the island settlement and has this report.
When you are to transplant seedlings, the seedlings have to undergo a hardening period to prepare them for the eventualities in the field. And Armitage is a place where the hardening period is done for future citizens of this country. So if you are to look at what contributions Armitage has made, without Armitage there would not have been Gambia.
That is the feeling generated by this day, as this famed school clocks 90. In the heart of the cosmopolitan island town of Janjanbureh lies Armitage Senior Secondary School. Established in 1927, the school has since then served as a bastion of learning, synonymous with academic excellence in addition to imparting high moral standards into the students with discipline to today. Armitage prides itself as one of the few schools whose past students hold key positions in the country, as reflected in the theme, recognizing the contribution of the school to the Gambia.
If we can reflect a little bit back and think about 90 years, how many students have passed through this institution during the past 90 years? It's a lot of students. And you can imagine how many people have passed through this institution and has contributed to the development of this country.
I have to say that Armitage have served both as a symbol of priority for the rural population, coming from families of meager means, but infused with dignity and pride. And the school has also trained many Gambians who have held influential places in the civil service, the security and the private sector. We hope and pray that this school will continue to play this critical and relevant role in the fast-growing world and serve as relevant as it has always been.
Enter to learn and go forth to serve is its motto, which the school uses to make name for itself.
Remember, somebody who is 90 years old must be an old person, must be a book, somebody who lives. Moral Armitage is living. You are sitting, most of you who are current students, continuing students, but very soon will be ex-students. The call we make is that when you leave, no matter whatever small thing you have, please do contribute for Armitage Senior Secondary School.
The students, both past and present, are on this day, reflecting on the role the boarding school has been playing as they look to consolidate the gains it has made thus far in nation building. For GRTS News, I am Isa Takeda.
The Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Mariam Jack Denton, Friday presided over the ongoing second ordinary session of the National Assembly. The session provided deputies the opportunity to engage the Interior Minister, Mai Ahmed Fati, with questions, answers and recommendations on the country's human rights, peace and security challenges. Suma Jadama was at the Assembly House and he now reports.
The member for Janjanbureh, Honorable Momodu Sise, said stray dogs continue to kill small ruminants in Janjanbureh and added that they even attempt to unbury their deads. Responding to this alarming information, the Interior Minister cited that stray dog problem is not unique to the Gambia, but exists all over Africa and Asia.
Removal or killing of stray dogs seems to be the most obvious method of controlling the population, but it has actually proved to be completely useless, according to our experience. This is because even when large numbers of dogs are killed, the conditions that sustain the dog population remain unchanged. Dogs are territorial, and each one lives in its own specific area.
In his response, for the need to provide vehicle to Basse police station by Swaibuture, the member for Woolly East.
We are experiencing huge challenges of logistics at the Gambia Police Force. This is not a problem that is unique to Basse alone, but all of the divisional commands have this same problem.
Minister Fatih highlighted government's commitment in boosting the personal and logistical status of the police and other security agencies in the country. Reacting to multiple occasions from different National Assembly members relating to challenges of security, human rights violation, legalities surrounding the contract, binding document between the government of the Gambia and the companies issuing the biometric passport and non-biometric ID cards, the Interior Minister informed deputies of his ministry's readiness in providing effective and reliable security services. Fatih said the Interior Ministry has currently instituted a prison visiting committee who will engage untried prisoners to take stock of their rights being violated by the former regime. He added that members of various security agencies are not part of this committee, saying their involvement could further affect investigations surrounding the welfare issues of the innocent inmates.
The ministry intends to enhance the capacity of our security, improve border patrols, and further strengthen our bilateral security cooperation on border management and protection. As I speak to you, honorable members of this August Assembly, our efforts are being curtailed by severe lack of resources, and that is why it is imperative for the National Assembly, the Minister of Finance, to provide sufficient budget allocation for public safety and law and order needs.
Minister Fatih cited the recent Chiefs of Security meeting as an indication of his ministry's commitment to urgently address the security challenges of the country. The measure to address these critical issues, he added, is to increase border patrols and physical security presence in various communities, as well as the need to strengthen public participation through community policing. Suma W. Jadama, reporting for GRTS.
And now, for a while now, the Serikunda market has been visibly inundated with waste. This was an eyesore for the thousands living within the market's vicinity and others who trade there. Well, today, businesses closed down for hours while scores of people from the Kanifing municipality descended on the premises for a general cleansing exercise. Our Fatima Chanjame tells us more.
Vendors accuse the KMC authorities of neglecting their duties in the collection and disposal of waste whilst they continue to collect taxes. Heaps of waste were stacked up at the entrances of shops and canteens, leaving some areas of the market virtually deserted. Mohammed Job has been operating a mobile phone accessory shop for 15 years at the Serikunda market. He said the situation could have been avoided if KMC had put the tax paid by vendors into good use.
Since
they are very eager to collect duties from us, especially during festive occasions, they should also take equal interest in facilitating the disposal of waste. The question is, where do they put the money we pay them? We are in a democracy and every action counts. This will scare away our customers. Why should the market be dirty when their offices are clean?
The mayor of KMC, Yankuba Koli, blamed the problem on the closure of the Barcote dump site, saying his office has done its best to manage waste.
What actually is happening right now is because of the dump site that some people just closed. And no one was ready to put them off. And that's the reality. At first, we were collecting and we are dumping, and it was shorter, less resources. Now, whatever we collect, we dump in Banjul. You looked at the timing, the vehicles timing from KM to Banjul, and coming back also, it becomes a big problem.
The Minister of Environment, Lamin Diba, said cleanup exercises in the market would continue, adding that government would support municipal and area councils to better manage waste in the area. He said the Banjul dump site is open for waste disposal, adding that the Backwater dump site will also be reopened.
As you are aware, government last week has signed an agreement with a particular company to take care of waste in this country, and not only within the Greater Banjul area, but the entire country. So this is a great move by this government to ensure that waste is a thing of the past, and we treat waste as wealth.
Reporting for GRTS News, I am Fatimata Chan Jamme.
Well, some serious waste issues there. But meanwhile, Interior Minister Mai Ahmed Fati and the Minister of the Environment, Lamin Diba, the Inspector General of Police and other government officials this afternoon met at the Mayor's office in the Kanifing municipality to settle the waste management crisis in the municipality. Minister Fati later told GRTS that efforts are underway to find a possible solution to the issue. Take a listen.
The responsibility of government is to look at the overwhelming interest of the country and of its citizenry. And that is directly from the head of state, who is sense of this matter and who is constantly engaging in touch with us to make sure that we find the best solution to this problem. We are working on that, and we will continue on the commitment of the head of state. We are working on that. But this is not a problem created by us. We are invited by KMC, who has the primary responsibility of handling the situation over the past decade. So therefore, the government is working at the invitation of KMC, but also at the instance of the relevant ministries. The Minister of Environment, Minister of Local Government and Lands, Regional Government and Lands. We are working on that. The Minister of Interior has always with forces together with all other government institutions. We are working on this, on the President's instruction, to find a lasting solution, but we have immediate task at hand. And this immediate task will be executed looking at the best interest of not only the community of Bakote, but all Gambians.
When the dump site got closed, we've done everything possible to make sure that it opens. We've done all the dialogues. And we continue to pursue the people that close it, for them to do it for the people of the municipality. I've been doing press conferences onto that. That if you go around the River Rhine, not the market alone, go around the River Rhine, we can have cholera this year. Because if Backwater is continue to close, that means disaster can come.
Well, KMC Mayor Yankubo Koli there, and before him, the Minister of the Interior, Mai Ahmed Fati. Well, we hope and pray that they work out a possible solution. And now, he calls it the teaching of creative expression at a time when many wonder if the studying of art and craft is losing luster among young people. 2 new books for the study and teaching of art and craft have been launched by Art Doane and teacher Selu John. The books, which provide instructions for the learning of art, also include a teacher's manual. Ibrahim Chata has more.
Education is a developing process, an unfolding of the child's character, his or her innate creative ability to be nourished and brought out.
Gambian author and art doing, Salih John, launching a double publication before a hall full of students at the St. Joseph Senior Secondary School.
The event is extremely significant because it's a sign, another sign. And I must say that we see these signs almost on a weekly basis, that now finally Gambians are writing. Gambians are writing our own story.
A spectacle of blue, uniting celebrated local authors and academic minds, strikes a distinct chord from the usual book launch. Students welcome the latest addition to the art and craft curriculum.
I had a disappointment when I returned home, because the title of my thesis was a plea for the improvement of art education in the Gambia.
2 books for the study of arts and craft. The first, a teacher's handbook, and the latter, a practical guide for students, exercise the question, is the study of arts and craft on a brimful revival?
It's a very significant development in Gambian literary history. And given the fact that we've not given art the due attention and emphasis that it requires in our educational curricula. I think this effort should be saluted and also rewarded and patronized by all well-meaning Gambians.
In the climax, students honored the occasion with a rousing delivery of the national anthem, rounding up a good day for academics in the midst of two new edifying camps seeking to inspire young people towards meaningful creativity and the study of arts. Ibrahim Jata, GRTS.
The Tobacco Control Act will be launched on July 18th at the Hajj 22 in Banjul. Preparations for the constitutional initiative brought together officials of the Ministry of Health, World Health Organization and Great Gambia during a press briefing with journalists on Thursday. Asedi Kamara tells us more.
This meeting is meant to sensitize the general public to the national launch of the Tobacco Control Act 2016 scheduled for 18 July. The event also will celebrate awards conferred on the Gambia for the role it played in tobacco control. The Executive Director read the Gambia Samujang Conde, acknowledged the government's efforts in tobacco control. He noted that the launch of the Tobacco Control Act will attract many dignitaries in the sub-region.
The objective of the meeting, that's all, to see how you can popularize on the 18th event in Act 22. So technicians are working very hard. We may be lucky to have even head of state on that, or vice president, to receive the award from the WHO and give it to the Ministry of Health and National Assembly.
Mamadou Gassama of the World Health Organization said they will continue to work with the Ministry of Health to address health issues, including the control of disease-causing substance, especially tobacco.
One success story towards this launching is the establishment by the Ministry of Health in 2012 with the support of WHO of a multi-sectoral working group, which comprises nearly over 40 representatives, and almost all the arms of government are there. This is a success story for the country, a success for the African region. We should be proud of that.
The Director of Health Promotion and Education, Modungai, called on the media to adequately report on health issues.
It is you now to tell the people that something is happening at the Arch. What is happening there is a launching of the Act. This Act, it has taken us a long way, from 2012 to now. If it was not determination and commitment, we would have been where we are today. With the support of WHO and other people, players outside the health sector, we were able to develop a policy, and that policy has now been translated into an act. It is comprehensive. Comprehensive in the sense that it has included so many aspects. We have to talk to people, we have to segregate the information in that act, and we talk to people so that they can digest what we are telling before we start enforcing the law.
Multi-sectoral working groups have been established to enhance the fight against tobacco use. Seydou Kamara, GRTS News.
The Vice-Chancellor of the Islamic University in Medina, Dr. Hatim Hassan Al-Mazouki, Saturday morning arrived at the Banjul International Airport to attend a forum for Saudi University graduates from West Africa. Khadija Tichala has more on the arrival.
It was a warm welcome accorded to the Islamic University of Medina's top official and delegation, His Excellency Dr. Hatim Hassan Al-Mazouki, who is visiting the Gambia and Africa in general for the first time.
هذه أول مرة أزور غامبيا وأنا سعيد أنني زرت هذه الدولة الرائعة. And I'm very happy and very glad to come and see this wonderful country and to meet those wonderful people.
His Excellency Dr. Al-Mazouki expressed high expectations that the two-day forum for Saudi University graduates from the West African region will be fruitful. The relationship between the Gambia and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is described as a long-standing one.
They have always supported the Gambia, not only in the field of education, but also in other fields of development. And it is our pleasure, honor, and privilege to have a distinguished personality from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and his delegation visit this country.
Supreme Islamic Council's President, Muhammad Lamin Toure, himself a graduate of the Islamic University of Medina, and other members of the council expressed delight at the development. Khadijatu Jallow, GRTS News.
Well, time now to take our first break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and over now to some soccer news. The Gambia team has recorded a famous victory over the Wild Dogs of Guinea-Bissau. Yan Kobajaji's first half strike was enough to secure the home-based Scorpions a vital friendly win ahead of the crucial double-header against Mali in the CHAN qualifiers next week. Our reporter is in Bissau. Momodo Esjala says that the boys showed enough determination in the game to put one over the regional rivals. It could be recalled that the two sides played out a goalless draw at the Independence Stadium last week. Well, we hope to bring you more on that story in our subsequent newscast. We will wish them all the best. Well, time now to take our second break. We'll be right back.